We're on our way. We're on our way.
We're on to God dance. We're on
We're on
our
our
way.
way. Don't know how we're
How
gonna.
we getting out?
All I know is we are on our way. Kenny Ken, bro, that was the best performance of the season for me.
You sure? Not West Brom away?
No, because do you know what?
Not,
I think
not Chelsea at home.
Chelsea at home. See, you're sticking it on me. Chelsea at home was a good performance. Don't get it twisted, yeah. But we weren't under pressure at Chelsea at home. We had to win tonight, and we had to step up tonight. Without Tierney, Aubameyang, Louise, Odegaard, and you know what? Every single one of them to a man was absolutely fantastic. And this is probably going to be the highest player ratings of the season. Yeah.
So remember, I was teaching Micah. I remember. I'm like you were the teachers you used to have at school, who basically, if you done a great essay, did a great history essay, you'll still only get 70% rather than 90.
Kenny, let me just rewind a minute. Yeah, you were handing out 5s and 6s the other week when we drew with them, mate. Yeah. Yes. So if you go down that road, mate, I'm challenging you tonight because I've let you up.
Okay.
Yeah,
right, no problem.
I know you're bigger than me. I know you're not sat on the toilet.
I know. All right, no problems.
But let's start with the goalkeeper. Didn't have a lot to do.
Didn't really have a lot to do, and you know he didn't exactly change the game. So he's getting a 6 for keeping a clean sheet. If you keep a clean sheet, then you get 5 and above from me.
100%. Right back, Callum Chambers, which was a bit of an eyebrow raiser because obviously Hector Bellerin has been his go-to right back pretty much his whole tenure at the football club, and the last few weeks is gone with Calum Chambers, and Calum Chambers brings something completely different. Yes, you lose that little bit of pace, but his physicality, his size, and he can cross a ball. I thought he was superb tonight. What did you make of him?
You know what? One thing about Calum Chambers, whatever position he plays, right back, midfield, or centre half, which he's played for the football club, gives everything 100%. And I'm very pleased for him today. And he's getting a 7. Very, very pleased with him.
Because, I think that's a bit harsh, you know.
It's probably harsh, but you know, the situation is that, you know, in the second half he didn't really have much to do, but in terms of the first half, he was like vibrant, and I suppose that's why he got selected. Selected, and the reason why I think he got selected is because Hector has got pace, but if you don't affect the game in an offensive way, then it's very difficult for any right back to get in games. Look at Wan-Bissaka, can't get a game for England because he doesn't affect the game from past the halfway line in the attacking third. Callum today, fantastic, 7.
Mate, it's your player ratings. Let's go to somebody that we have been on them for a long time now, and he was playing out of position tonight. He played out of position at the weekend, and again at the weekend against Sheffield United. Great performance, albeit they're bottom of the table. Tonight, I think personally, was a step up because of the occasion, because it was we have to win. Granit Xhaka at left back, flawless.
You know what? I've got nothing but respect for him as a footballer, because I don't know him as a person, but I can only respect the fact that, you know, he's had a hard time from our fans. Last season was the final straw. He snapped. But you know what? He's turned it around for me. And one thing I like about Granit as well is that it's team first for Granit, then Granit second. And I think that's probably why he gets a lot of bone and arrows, you know, in his direction, because he isn't like, how do I say, he's not like, you know, Santiago Cazorla, who's an artiste. But, you know,
the opportunity to get your Spaniard.
Yeah, I know, Cazorla. But, you know, at left back, to be honest, he actually plays left back when Saka plays at left back, because Saka always vacates his position. But today, solid, give him a 7. You know, got great protection from Pepe, and Mari as well was guiding him and you know, 100%. Helping him, telling him where to go. You know what I mean?
Let's go to Pablo Mari. Obviously, we haven't seen a great deal of him since he's been at this football club. But I said this, I think it was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. I said that maybe I've seen 3 bad games from him since he's been here. Yeah. And he's played, 15 games now, roughly. Yeah. He's looked a Rolls Royce in defence. And the fact that he got picked over Gabriel Yeah, whereas Gabriel can be very rash at times. Sometimes Gabriel on the ball is a bit sloppy, his passing, he lets the ball bounce. We see that at the weekend against Sheffield United. But I thought he was superb tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Thing with Pablo Mari as well. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. He knows when to make a tackle. He knows when to go for a header, and he knows he kind of suss out when a forward's got pace. He doesn't. He knows when to get tight, or which forward to get tight with, and which forward not to get tight with. And today I thought it was flawless. I'm going to give him a 7 as well, because I thought it's flawless. But I have to be realistic in terms of marking our defenders. Slavia didn't have the pace to get through us, and they tried to play through us, and that wasn't happening today. So our defence was solid and organised. So I'm giving marks for organisation rather
as well.
And aggressive
tonight.
Yeah, aggressive.
Go on.
Definitely. But I'm going to give our defenders are getting the marks for organisation rather than affecting the football match.
Let's go with Rob Holden. Rob Holden has played 10 games, 10 starts, I think he's had. And 10 of them starts, we've kept clean sheets. I think the only games that are of quality opposition are Man United both times.
I think, did he play against Chelsea as well? When we won 3-1.
Sure he started in that game.
No, I don't think he did start. But the thing is with Rob Holden as well, again, good squad player, doesn't let anyone down. And today, again, he was organised. He communicated very well with Pablo, and kept that line. One thing I like about defending is I like my back four to stay in line and communicate with each other and be close together and know when to play the high line, and they all come together and play the offside. I thought, Rob had a good game. He was solid. He's a nuisance as well. He's got a bit of a little snidey side to him that winds up, does little things off the ball. I like. He's a little shithousery. I'm going to give him a 7 for shithousery, but organisation as well.
Let's move into midfield. Like somebody that we've criticised quite a lot, who in the last couple of games, with Xhaka being at left back, seems to have come out of his shell. I don't know whether he's playing for the full contract. He did this after we came out of lockdown last season and got the goal against Sheffield United to get us in the semi-final of the Cup. We obviously went on to win that. But his performances, Danny Ceballos, last season out of lockdown, probably got him that renewal of the loan this season. The last 2 games, he's just looked a completely different player without Granit Xhaka. And I'm not blaming it on Xhaka. Yeah, maybe it's the opposition, a poor team in Sheffield United, not a great team in Slavia. But I thought at times, I was looking at him and I was thinking, this is what we signed you as, the Real Madrid on the cusp of being a superstar, but how much do you want it? Tonight, he was on it again. What did you make of him tonight?
I thought, you know what, Ceballos, again, take the shackles off, right? Get Ceballos doing what he's good at. That's one thing even though I like good defending organisation, one thing I hate about coaches is when they knock the individuality of players who like to pass the ball well, and players who have a bit of panache, try to have a bit of panache in him. And one thing used to make me angry, Mikel said, let the guy just play.
Yeah.
Let him create and let him get close to our forwards. And when you let him get close to our forwards and give him time to, but he plays well. Today I'm giving him an 8. I like the tempo he played at, and the fact that he was a nuisance, and he did things.
But he drove forward as well, which is something that he's been a little bit timid in the Premier League at times, because it seems like he's had, like you said, the shackles have been on him, and he's like scared to drop a shoulder and dribble.
That's our manager. Another thing as well, Martin Odegaard isn't there, so he's encouraged to play further forward and have a closer relationship with our attackers. But I'm going to give him a high mark, give him an 8.
Let's move to Thomas Partey.
Excellent game. Excellent game. Excellent game. And another thing as well is that he's realising now is that I think with Thomas Partey is that if you look at the teams we played, not much pace and not much endeavour in midfield, and it gives them enough time you know what I mean, to play his game, get in people's faces, and then pass the ball forward. And that's one thing I like about Thomas today. I'm giving him an 8 as well. It's another good performance. He's not always going to be able to do that. But one thing Thomas Partey needs to do next season is that he needs to make space for himself and earn the right to play the game, play the pass forward and try and affect the attack. But he needs to realise, release the ball a lot quicker. You know what I mean?
Quicker. Yeah. Let's move to Emile Smith-Rowe. I kind of rose an eyebrow when I see him in the team. I was like, his performances the last 6 weeks have been really below average. And for me, it looked like he had a little bit of burnout in them 6 weeks. He's been injured a couple of times, but boy, oh boy, what a performance!
Excellent performance he was on. You know, he was a menace, a nuisance, and he scared the life out of the Prague midfield and defence as well, because the way it was, some people can create a counter-attack from one pass. What he does, he runs to the ball and he thinks, and as soon as he runs to the ball, it's like a beacon for Pepe and Saka on the other side to run, because they know that he's going to take players with him and that he's going to pass the ball at the right time where they're in space and they can get into the box. And I thought Emile today, a very good game. You know, and today I'm going to give Emile 8.
Yeah, I think like, listen, do you know what winds me up? And I was saying this to the father-in-law, right? When you watch Premier League on BT Sport or even Sky and they go VAR, they show you what they're drawing on there. It was so frustrating not seeing, and sitting there for 4 minutes nearly, and then it was offside. And then 10 minutes later, they showed a replay, but they didn't even show the Slavia player in line. Yeah, it was frustrating, but he nutmegged 2 players for Pepe's goal as well. Yeah, the way he grabs the ball, Like, I know a lot of people call him the Croydon De Bruyne and all this. Listen, let's relax a little bit. He's a good footballer. Yeah, and he has the ability to kick on and be an elite footballer.
Hopefully with us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was absolutely class tonight. Let's move on to Pepe. Yeah, excellent from the first minute, he set the tempo. Yeah, I could see he was sharp. I was like, as soon as I see he was on it on the watch along, I said to Chig, I was like, Pepe's on it tonight. You could see he looked like a yard quicker. Yeah, he had that right back on toast. But what did you make of him?
It's one of his best performances. I still think that his best performance on the left-hand side, extremely unlucky to be left out in order to accommodate Odegaard and accommodate Aubameyang back in the team. Today, 9 out of 10. Excellent performance. Felt sorry for him at Sheffield United because, you know, everyone was having fun and he just wasn't getting the ball. You know what I mean? But today, he managed to, get another chance at a starting berth, and he took his chance with both hands.
His goal was class, absolutely class, and the work rate. And this is the thing that's underrated with Pepe: is people don't see the work rate off the ball; they just see the price tag of 72 million and judge it. Like, he started less than 50% of our games this season. Output is up there with Aubameyang and Lacazette.
I saw this coming. I think the thing with Pepe is that if you look at the portion of games he's played and you look at the minutes, and obviously the stats look really good for Nicola, but I think the problem in terms of getting him in a team and getting him staying there is that, it's a shame that he hasn't played more games this season. And I think that's got to be down to him. He's got to look at the situation now and embrace it. He reminds me a lot of Florent Malouda when he actually came from Lyon and he played at Chelsea. Malouda.
I swear, it's a good job you're my friend.
Do you remember when Malouda first 2 seasons? Florent Malouda, when he first came over and he was at Chelsea, the first 2 seasons, he reminded me a lot of how Nicola Pepe's playing. And then when he finally got it, that's when we saw really, really good performances. And I just hope that next season he does a Florent Malouda, but actually,
he signed a contract apparently, So it's a 5-year process,
it's a process. But remember, he's had the same sort of introduction in his foot was Florent Malouda, and I just hope that he comes good like Malouda, but better.
Yeah, he's already coming good. He's up there with Aubameyang and Lacazette this season on less minutes. Anyway, let's move on to the other side. The boy from Howland. What a finish! What a goal!
You know what? Again, he scares. He scares people. You know the thing about it. When he's tight to the defender, it's chaos. When he turns his back to goal and he's that quick body swerve, it's just chaos. And Chambers today was brilliant for him, absolutely brilliant for him, in a way that Bellerin hasn't been today. Chambers occupied the left back. So when Chambers occupies the left back, it's acres of space for Saka.
Drop shoulder, he can come in. He can. Chambers overlaps. Chambers can come in and occupy number 10. He can go around the back. Yeah, absolutely superb performance, man. His goal, like I see him pick the ball up, and I was like, yo, and I thought he was gonna whip one left. Yeah, I think the keeper thought that. And to put it in the bottom right, the keeper just didn't have a Scooby, mate. What a goal. What a performance and what a talent, yeah? And this kid, genuinely, he has got to be one of the top 3 English talents right now around this age group. Phil Foden, I think, is probably the best. I think Mason Mount and him, Declan Rice is in that argument. But all of them, they're up here and they can all kick on, and there's no level to where he can finish up, man. This kid is so good, it is unbelievable. What did you rate him tonight? What score? What are you giving him? You're on mute. You're still on mute. I can't hear you, man. Kenny Ken's gone. This is what happens when you record on StreamYard. But listen, Saka's cold. Yeah, that guy is so good. It is unbelievable. And tonight I thought he was superb. Absolutely superb. Kenny's back again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Score for Saka.
8. Sorry about it. You know when people try to ring, it kicks out the connection. So I think I need to keep my voice down.
Because we've done nearly 20 minutes. I thought it was going to be a 15-minute one, but Kenny, we could talk for hours. Let's go to like a threat. He wasn't like a threat tonight.
Man of the match 9. Man of the match 9.
Yeah,
9,
you go.
Man of the match.
Yeah. His second goal was unbelievable. I can't lie. The way he just did that little drag back, like the ball roll. Yeah. What a goal. Let's go to subs. Subs was Gabriel Martinelli. Actually, let's go El Neni first because he came on first. El Neni.
6.
Gabriel Martinelli.
7.
Yeah, he was sick. I can't lie. He should have scored as well. Who else came on? Eddie Nketiah.
5.
Florian Balogun got a couple of minutes at the end. 5. And Cedric Suarez.
5.
Standard 5. Is this AFTV? Right, let's go to the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll. Mikel Arteta.
9. Got his performance, got his tactics perfect. He got his team selection perfect and his approach. And he let them off the leash. Very pleased for Mikel today, and I'm very pleased for his boys as well because they executed their plan. They're through to the semi-final, and we were in a chance of winning a big European competition. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta and the boys.
Nah, well said, Kenny. And listen, always appreciate you giving up your time to come on here. Tomorrow we're on the podcast. Me, you, Jez, Dan Potts, and Chiggy Chig.
Excellent.
It's going to be a good show, man. Yeah. And before I do that show, I've got the show with Rance, and it's his birthday today. Big up Rance. Well, actually, by the time this video drops, it's the day after his birthday. So later on today, as I drop this, because this is dropping at 10 a.m.
Can I just say something? Rance,
go on, mate.
Fellow Labour voter. Happy birthday, my boy, man. Happy birthday, bro.
I do your job, that.
Remember Rance, my boy. Happy birthday.
This is a real one, bruv. And the thing
Real
is,
boy, real one.
I know when I go on the show later on today, as it'll be when I drop this at 10 a.m., I'm on there at 3. I know that he's going to be sitting there. Listen, for your club to play on your birthday and win, yeah, I don't get my club playing on my birthday. My birthday is in June. There's no games in June.
Well, actually, there were games in June. Actually, lockdown 2020, there were games in June.
Arsenal didn't play in June.
They did. What date's your birthday?
My birthday.
Oh, sorry about that. Then sorry. Maybe a pre-season game. Maybe might help you.
Thank you, man. Listen, podcast settings tomorrow is going to be lit, or later today, as I will say, 5 o'clock tonight. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta and Twitter. Final thoughts, Kenny? It's not a toilet seat. Thank you very much, Kenny Ken. I love you to bits, mate. Later.
Love you too. See you later.